Hey, good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I know the past few days I've been doing a lot of read alouds, but today we are going to start cartooning. In future lessons, I'm going to take requests, but today, obviously, since this is the first one I'm doing, I've decided to do, I think, Baby Yoda. Who doesn't love Baby Yoda? Before we start drawing Baby Yoda, I wanted to share with you, I thought it'd be fun to share with you my little work area here where I do most of my drawings. All right, so here's an overview of my workspace, my desk. My students are familiar with my laptop because they always remark about the little Spider-Man. He's seen better days, but he's surviving. He's on my cord. Here, we got a few of my design markers. I've started to do some spray paintings and then on just regular cardboard and then bringing them in and then using a little bit of acrylic paint. Here I have a few of my sketchbooks. Whenever I fill up a sketchbook, I just go buy a new one. Right now I am currently on like 4 or 5 sketchbooks. This one, let's just see what's here. Oh yeah, here I was trying out some different Pokemon logos. Cool looking dog. So this is like my random sketchbooks, like whatever comes to mind I draw. Oh, I've been using this for the drawings I've been doing lately on Twitter, taking the Art of Ed drawing prompts and then placing these characters in front of famous artwork. Another sketchbook I have here. It started out as just kind of like a Star Wars one, right? And then it just all of a sudden just, all right, I'm gonna draw Hanna-Barbera dogs. And then one day I'm like, no, I'm gonna try to draw Sonic, but like classic Sonic, as if he was around in like the 1940s. Then this one, this is a good one to show you right before we do the Baby Yoda. This is another Star Wars one. And then I just did kind of my own version of Baby Yoda in different poses. So this is very, this lines up with what we're doing today. That's not Baby Yoda. That's Baby Yoda. Okay, yeah, I still need to fill this one up. So yeah, here is my space. Okay, when I first start a drawing, I think about basic shapes. In my class, when I do drawing lessons with the students, I always say break it down into basic shapes. So when I think of the character Baby Yoda, let me just show my little toy that my wife got me. I mean, there are clear basic shapes here. This is not Baby Yoda, this is regular Yoda. I mean, I see the oval, I see somewhat of a cone shape, definitely triangles for the ears. And we could kind of cheat a little bit, not give him fingers, right? So those are like, to me, that's like ovals. All right, let me place him right here. You know what? I'll have him here. He'll be looking as I draw. No, here. Okay, so with the head, I will start with an oval. Notice. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then I mentioned the cone. Now, you're like, that's not a cone. It's like the bottom of the cone. I'm envisioning if I drew the rest of the cone, it would be there, right? So it's like inside. That's like the neck of Baby Yoda. Then for the arms, I like just kind of drawing this shape. And before I even draw the fingers, I like drawing what look like mittens. So here, there's no fingers. I'll cheat a little bit, draw the thumb. So those are the basics. We obviously cannot forget the ears. I like drawing the ears almost as big as the head. So they're triangles, curvy triangles. They're not straight at all. Think organic lines. Here too. And then when I look at his wardrobe, because I know this isn't Baby Yoda is known for that circular collar. This is regular Yoda. He has the robe and the triangle right there and the belt. So for Baby Yoda, I'm going to place collar. Now look, all I'm doing, I'm not really worrying about what's within. I can always erase that. So when you draw, make sure you're not drawing too dark. And even if you draw too dark, what's the big deal? After doing that, I can tell that this arm is way too high up, right? So I'm just gonna start all over with that arm. I'm not starting the whole drawing over. So if that's the collar, and then again, don't forget the mitten. Now, before I do the head, I like kind of drawing this grid to kind of show me where the eyes are gonna be, his nose and his mouth, the facial details. So on this line, horizontal line, I'm gonna draw semicircles. Knowing that's where his eyes are gonna be, kind of for like the brow, I raise it up a little bit. You see it? That ear was bothering me. So as I'm gonna draw more, you'll see that I am sketching, I'm shading a little bit, and I'm even erasing probably as much as I'm drawing. I'm canceling out lines that I thought I liked before, but they're not important for in the long run. Nose, you know what? Nose is gonna be on that line, but it's gonna be really small. I mean, it's Baby Yoda. He's only 50 years old, right? I guess Yoda's species or alien species, they live to be what? I could be wrong, like thousands of years. If anyone can tell me how old Yoda was, that'll be good. I honestly don't know. I know I'm a big Star Wars fan, but there's certain facts that I just need to look up. For the mouth, I'm gonna give him a big smile. Have it open. So as you see, as I keep drawing, it's coming to life. Now, if you feel like I'm going too fast, the beauty of this video is that you can pause me and then just work on it on your own pace, right? Okay, eyes. So I could have him directionally, I can have him looking this way because I have his hand going out here as if he's like force pushing something or lifting something up. Or if I have his eyes looking towards us, he's just like presenting himself to us. I'm going to have him looking to the left. So I'm drawing 2 ovals. What I like to do is draw a little circle to show what's going to be left white. Fill that in. There. This looks like a little bit older Yoda. Like a first grade Yoda. Not a baby Yoda, but that's all right. Kid Yoda. Okay. What should he be force pushing? I'm doing a triangular shape, and if you look, it's deep dish pizza. Maybe with pepperonis on top. And to make it look like it's going his direction, I put a couple action lines there, right? Oh, now that I look at his hands, fingers, he's not wearing mittens. I'm just gonna give him 3 fingers and the thumb. Here, I'm not liking the mitten here. Thumb should go out, down more. Like that. Then a little shading. I'm thinking, all right, the light's coming from here. Give him a little shadow. It fades as it goes away from him, right? Maybe a little shadow here. Give it a little bit of depth. And then there we go. Now that I'm done with the penciling, time to ink. So when I ink, meaning tracing over your pencil lines, I like having a variety of pens. If you only have one, that's fine. Just make sure that the tip isn't too thick, because if it's too thick, you're going to lose some of your detail. So I'm picking a 1.0, 0.4, and I don't know if I'll need this, but it's good to have just a thick Sharpie for like the bigger areas to color in. But I could easily do that with this one. I finished inking it. I hope that time-lapse video wasn't too fast for you. Now that I've finished inking it, I'm going to color it. So obviously use whatever you have, right? I'm gonna look for the advantage of these awesome markers. Let me pull them up here. I got a lot of good shades that I could choose from. All right, I think I'm done coloring now. Final touch, like taking my eraser and then certain things I drew earlier, like they're just not needed. Like that line, that arrow, I mean. I like going around the edge, but sometimes there's some pencil lines that I like keeping because it gives it a little bit of a shadow. For instance here, I don't want to take all that pencil line off because I like those gray tones. Sometimes I even go back at the very end with a pencil, and because I know the light's coming from here, really make it more dramatic. When I say dramatic, there's a dramatic contrast between the dark and the light. So giving a little bit of that shading makes the green of the marker darker, obviously. Almost done. Okay. I'm happy with it. Once that is done, I take my marker pen, and always sign your work. There you go. Baby Yoda, force pulling a slice of pizza. Thanks everyone for joining me today for this lesson. Definitely leave some comments if you want to see me drawing some other ideas. You can comment here on YouTube, or you can reach me at Twitter at Mr. Belonio, or you can also, if you're one of my students, you can contact me through Seesaw app. All right, take care everyone. Bye.